Students, I hope you're doing well. We're very close to the finish line. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of your accomplishment, your dedication, your commitment to this class. I know some of you has been very difficult for you. Some of you lost family members, friends to COVID, and even some of you have been infected with the COVID. So I'm really proud of you. I want you to be proud of yourself, to be proud of your accomplishment in this class and in school as a general note. Okay. I want to spend a few minutes in this video talking about the annotated bibliography that you have to construct, you have to do for your final project. But before I do so, I want to do a brief summary of what the second part of the paper will entail. First of all, you've already submitted the first half of the paper, 4 pages. I have given you feedback, constructive comments to help you to improve it and to make further progress in the second half of the paper. Remember, your final research paper is divided into your research proposal, which you have submitted a long time ago, and the first half of the paper, which is 4 pages, and the second half of the paper, which is the remaining part in your works cited page plus annotated bibliography. Now, excuse me. Now, remember, on the first half of the paper, I explained to you, because since I want you to do, to make some improvement in your writing and the way you express yourself to the means of writing or writing mechanism, I want you to incorporate the comments and the feedback in the first half. First, when you submit the final paper to me on the 18th, that is on Sunday, you need to submit a revised version, a clean version of the first half, the second half, plus your annotated bibliography. Let me say that again. On Sunday the 18th, this is your final assignment for the course. You don't have an exam. I don't give you the final exam. You are submitted to me a revised version of the first half of the paper that you've submitted to me. The remaining 4 pages, okay, so that equals to what? 8 pages plus the annotated bibliography. Okay, the annotated bibliography does not count towards your 8-page essay. Now let's move forward. What is an annotated bibliography? Let me break it down for you. Everything I'm saying here, I'm going to send you a file, okay, which contains the written version of what I'm saying, okay? First of all, let's talk about 2 keywords: bibliography, annotation, okay? First, a bibliography is a list of sources that could be books, journals, websites, periodicals, and so forth, that you use for your research, for researching a topic. Bibliographies are also known by different names depending on the writing style and format that you use or that is required in the course. They're known as references or works cited. Now, since this is an English class, we use the MLA style. MLA prefers the word cited, so we don't use references, okay? So the bibliography usually contains bibliographic information about the source. That means that includes the author, the title, the publisher, also the date of publication, okay, and sometimes the page references. Okay, so let's move to the second keyword, annotation. To annotate, okay, to annotate something is to offer a summary or an evaluation, okay, about that subject matter. Therefore, annotated bibliography includes a summary or an evaluation of each of the sources included in the bibliography. Okay? So, what do you do? How do you construct annotated bibliography? Okay. First, let me give you like 3 to 4 steps. Okay? Some annotations include a summarized version of the source. So first, you're going to, in your summary, you're going to highlight the main argument of the source. That could be an article, a book, okay, or a website, a credible website. You want to tell me the point of the book or the article you are summarizing. What is the topic that is covered? Okay. In other words, if someone were to ask you, what is this book about? What is this article about? The one that you use for in your essay, for your research, you should be able to annotate that source. You should be able to tell the reader. Second, okay, first step, summarize. Second, assess. To assess something is to evaluate that thing, is to make an intelligent judgment about the strength and the weakness of that source. So after you summarize that article or that book that you have used in your research paper, I want you to evaluate that source. So you're going to tell me if this is a useful source, how that source has helped you to learn about your research topic. How do you compare it to other sources in your bibliography? Is the information reliable? Is the source biased or objective? What is the goal of the source? Okay? The third step in the annotated bibliography, after you summarize, you assess the source, I want you to tell me how that source, that article, that book fits into your research topic. Was the source helpful to you? How does it help you shape your argument, your thesis statement? Okay? You might want to tell me also, how can you use this source in your research project? Or how have you used it? Has it changed your perspective on a particular topic, or has it altered your thinking about the topic? Okay? Again, we summarize the 3 steps. Okay? You summarize the source. What is the point of that book or that article? What topics are covered? The second step, you assess it. You evaluate the source. Okay? Tell me how that source has been useful to your research. How have you compared it to other sources in your bibliography? Is the information reliable? The final step is reflect. After you've summarized, you've assessed the topic, you're going to tell me how that source, okay, fits into your overall research agenda, research topic. How that source has been useful to you. Has it changed your perspective, your thinking about the topic? Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so for your annotated bibliography, I require 5 to 6 sources. Okay, 5 to 6 sources. Remember, in your annotated bibliography, you're going to create entries for your primary source. The primary source could be, for example, a raisin in the sun, if you're writing your paper on a raisin in the sun. Or if you're writing your paper on fences, fences will be your primary source. And then 4 to 5 additional references in your annotated bibliography. You're going to summarize each one. You're going to annotate each one of the 5 to 6 sources. If you want to have more than 6 sources, that's fine with me. And remember, all the references in your annotated bibliography should also be in your essay. Understand? They should also be in your essay. Alright? Finally, by using different sources, okay, I want you to have a broader picture of what is being said about the topic. Okay, I want you to read different perspectives written by specialists on the field, different ideas, different point of views, which scholars have undertaken on the subject of your interest. All right. I hope this little conversation has been helpful to you. And of course, you can always email me. You can always call me. Okay, or if you want to stop at my office, I'm here. I'm actually on campus every day from 9 to 3. Okay, well, stay strong. You're doing great. You're doing well. Again, I'm very proud of you. Contact me should you have any concerns and any questions. Like I said before, I am going to email you a written version of what I have said. Plus this video will be attached to the email. Have a good day, students.